This here is the extra wood from the workbench. Let's put it to use. Let's see what we got. About 4 foot by... That looks about 3 foot. Oh my god, it's messy in here. I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. We'll move this over here, put that there. Alright guys, here's the bench. It hasn't changed much since the last time you've seen it. Let me bring you closer and I'll show you what we're working with. I want this setup to be able to quickly switch between like a little gaming setup like it is now, and then like, you know, something that's more cleared off, ready for some projects. I think what we're gonna do, first we'll get this out of the way. Oh, it's plugged in. All right, cool. Shove this back here. Yep, let's get that out of the way. Yoink. All right, now we have more room. Good enough. So as you can see, this is the drywall right behind the desk here. We're gonna use that extra sheet of plywood, and I'm gonna cut it down to fill this space, and we'll be able to mount the monitor to it. Eventually, we'll put a pegboard on it. And also, I'm gonna use whatever's left of that plywood. I'm gonna build some shelves that are about here and here. I'm thinking 2 right now, not positive. And that way we can easily clear things off the desk at any given moment. And then we have a nice clean surface. Something I've already done, which is pretty cool, is I've added some lighting. We've got some nice bright lighting for projects. I probably just ruined the lighting of this shot, but it doesn't matter. And then I also just got nice little under cabinet type things for more like accent lighting type deal. And that's what we've done so far, so let's go ahead and do some more upgrades. Alright, let's talk about how we're going to attach this thing real quick. So I'm thinking we're going to come in from the back, and we'll attach the sheet of plywood to the back of these 2x4s. There's just enough of a gap between the drywall and this 2x4 to fit the sheet of plywood. Looks like we're just over 26 inches. Let's say we'll cut 25 inches, and that'll leave just a little bit of extra room on the top and bottom for me to route cables easily. And I think that'll be pretty good. And now, of course, if you watched my last video, you know that the workbench is 4 foot wide, and we already have that sheet of plywood 4 foot wide, so we're not gonna have to cut it down to that dimension, and we'll just slap that whole thing in the back. Oh wow, that's heavier than I remembered. Oh my god. Ooh. Okay. I think we're just gonna stick with the good old circular saw today, and maybe some of these others will make an appearance later. Need a battery. Got my clamps under the armpit, in the pocket, and I think that's it. Nope. It's actually pretty cold outside. You know, I think I'd rather run the vacuum and just clean up the wood on the inside. One problem about living in an apartment is you gotta get creative about where you store things. Cool. I think it's probably easier to clean if I move this, so there's one. Forgot my pencil. Gotta go get that. Got the pencil, got the speed square. Alright, so now I'm gonna quickly explain how we're gonna get straight cuts. First, we're gonna go ahead and take, I guess, our tape measure, and we'll measure over our 25 inches, alright? Then I'm gonna take the straight edge here, right? This is a nice level. It's gonna go all the way across the board of plywood just like this, alright? Then we're gonna take each of these levels. We got one level for each side. I'll clamp this straight edge down in place on either side of this level. Once those are in place, of course, we're gonna make sure it's squared up with our speed square here. We can then use a standard circular saw and ride it along that edge, and we'll get a nice clean cut that hopefully will be 90 degrees on each side, and it'll be just as we want it. Ooh, this is already so off. Also, wait a minute. I need a vacuum. Yoink. Ready. many things went wrong. First, we should not have done this inside. It is dust in here. I have people coming over later. Bad idea. Second, whose bright idea was it to have the straight edge on the piece that was going to fall off? Thankfully, nobody's going to see this, but you and me. So don't snitch. Let's get this into the bedroom. It is time for the next headache. I have to now, of course, pull this away from the wall so that we can get the thing that we just cut on the back. And now is a great time to introduce my video man guy, Robert. Introduce yourself, Robert.
Now, I don't want to be a guitarist on your fucking music.
This is my buddy, Rob. And he's going to help me move this. Alright, I think I should probably take this thing down.
I didn't get to say shit.
Oh, did you want to?
Okay, we're rolling. Let's do it.
Okay,
There's a lot of seams in
You want
this.
to come? These aren't screwed down.
Oh, wow. This is way more shaky than I thought it was. It looked really good in the video, but you did sand it pretty well. Do you have Playboys back here?
Okay, I'm just going to slightly turn
What the hell is this for?
What I wanted to do...
What is this one for?
Do we-
YouTube, we've had a lot of apple juice today.
Do we...
We've had a lot of apple
no.
juice.
I actually haven't had a lot.
Let me finish my beer. This is how I know. What the hell is in here? Should I just cut the table in half right now?
You
So
know
we're
what?
just gonna put the plywood on the
Yeah,
back.
let's do. We're gonna do that.
That's all we
We're
need
gonna,
to
We're
do
gonna
right
do that.
now.
We're gonna do that.
Okay.
All right, hot take, Rob. This is the cleaner side of the board, and this is like the not as good side. But I actually think this side is more character. So this is gonna be the side that's facing out, and that also means if I ever want to like save this for something, I have mostly unmarred side, good for other options. Time to worm back there. Hey, you just have to come down. It will go up. This part is significantly harder than I thought it would be. To anybody that's curious. I'm falling backwards. There's no good place to put my freaking feet around here. Oh my god. Alright. Small adjustment time. Small adjustment time. I've taken my breather. I have retrieved my level. And now I'm going to go ahead and attempt to level this out. Alright, I think it needs to go up and over. Is this progress? Oh, I think it's progress. I'm going to have Rob help me here.
What
So,
am I gonna do?
we're level. We need to move this thing up a little bit, like an inch or so. So you're going to loosen the clamp, and then we're going to move up.
Tell me how much you want. I can't see, so
Okay,
you
so
tell me.
up on your end, down a tiny bit. Right there, try to lock it in. Ow.
Okay.
Are you locked in?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's check the gap. That looks plenty good from there. This is good enough from here. Oh god. Time to get the drill. Oh look, it's right here. This guy in. I'll hunt down the screws from the back. I guess I could put it on the more powerful mode. That would help. That is much better. You did it. Friendly cameraman Robert, would you please help me?
You want me in this again?
I need you to help push it back.
Okay. Let's do it.
Alright, I think we first...
Friendly cameraman, that's all I am to you.
Oh my god, I'm in the closet right now.
Yeah, we knew that. No marks on the floor.
That
It
is
looks
good
pretty good.
Thank God for vinyl plank. I don't have to worry about that at least.
Okay, wait, I had an idea. Gang, gang.
He's getting covered by the thing.
Sorry.
Well, that was a cool idea. Alright, hey guys. Next day, my friend Robert has departed. Thank you very much, Robert. for all the help yesterday. I really want to try to finish up the mounting of the monitor today. I primarily wanted the monitor centered because this is going to be part-time use as a gaming setup, but I also wanted access to everything behind it, so I figured mounting the arm right in the middle probably wasn't the right move, and that's why I ended up deciding to mount it off-center. That way, if I swing it out to the side, I can still utilize all that space that would otherwise be blocked. I decided to use a scrap piece of 2x4 to help mount the monitor arm, and that's just because the plywood's probably a little bit too thin, so I went and hunted down some very specifically sized screws, and yeah, they kept breaking on me. So then I decided I'd pre-drill the holes, put them all back in, and alright, I've reevaluated. We are going to just go ahead and use the more 2.5-inch screws that I bought the other day. This wasn't ideal because the 2.5-inch screws are about 1/4 inch too long, and I was worried they'd stick out the back and poke into the plywood. But I ultimately decided that there's probably enough room between the wall and the plywood, and in the worst case, I'll just patch it when I move out. Once I figured that out, the rest of this was pretty smooth sailing. I just drove in 6 screws to the back of the plywood, and then I was ready to mount the monitor on. That feels pretty solid. Now I'll take these guys, which I already know are going to be pretty fragile, so we'll definitely have to pre-drill these, and we're going to drill it into that. Oh man, it really could be lubed up or something, but good enough for now. Let's go ahead and cut a desk and get that little bracket on. Bring this guy in here. Okay. Alright, moment of truth. Let's do this. Ah, there we go. Cool. Alright, that's kind of resting on there. It's definitely off, but everything is as it is now, so we're not going to worry about it. And it's off center, but like I said, who cares? This guy, plenty of room on the surface now. No desk, no monitor stand in the way. This is pretty cool. My ears. All right, got my earplugs. God damn. Oh, well, I'm done. Moving on to preparing the shelves here. I know that the shelves are going to be about 19.5 inches deep, and they're going to be pretty narrow. I'm just thinking we'll split this in half, and we'll do about 5.5 inches wide each, because this is, what, 11 inches it looks like? So yeah, split that in half, and let's get this marked up. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it here first, cut it down the middle, and then that'll give us our 2 shelves, and of course we'll have to knock out the corners for the 2x4s that are going up. First thing I want to try is use my new jigsaw. I'm going to cut straight across here. Obviously this is a little uneven, so we'll grab our clamps. Gonna need to add some serious weight to the back here. Okay, we need some more weight on the back there. This is heavy. That's probably good. There we go. You know, I felt pretty good about that. I'm gonna go ahead and move all this, get this other cut lined up, and we'll be good to go. Well, looks like another good cut. Cool. Alright, here's one of our shelves. So as I was alluding to earlier, I want to notch out the corners for the 2x4 in the back and the 2x4 in the front. That way it can sit all the way nice and flush all the way up against our edge. And we'll probably have one about this height and about that height. I'm going to go ahead and measure out where the 2 places should be. I'll get that all marked up. And then we'll go ahead and figure out how to notch out these corners. Our cut, by the way, it's mostly straight. Can't complain with it for what this is, but let's go. As we wrap it up here, I just really want to express my gratitude to all you guys who've made it this far. If you enjoyed it, it would really mean the world to me if you could leave a like.
And more importantly, I'd love to hear your feedback about how the video is, any advice about the type of content, the type of filming, the style. I know this video started a little bit more stylized, and towards the end there I just kind of got lazy, and I'd hope to improve that going forward. I'm going to do my best to increase the quality and the frequency of my videos, and if you'd like to follow along, why don't you drop a subscribe. Otherwise, hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching.